I wanted it to be a big theatrical work and kind of show that it is possible for what is often considered to be an elitist art form to actually also be great fun and to sort of bridge the world of theatre and ballet.
What was so wonderful about it, and is still so wonderful about it, is the way that it was just the right people coming together at the right time to make this thing that is really a sort of Gesamtkunstwerk. It's an all-embracing piece of art which relies, just as heavily on the choreography and the scenery and the costumes and the lighting and the music and everything sort of comes together to make this explosive, fantastical, slightly hallucinogenic even experience. We were never thinking, oh, let's make a kids show. There was never any thought of that. It was always let's just make the most wondrous, extraordinary, magical experience that you could have in the theatre.
We wanted our audience to immediately relate to our Alice and sort of in a way believe in her right from the get-go.
There's so many different Alices on stage now, like we got 7 people doing Alice, and I feel like everyone has a different, your own Alice. And I found that mine is a quite childish and energized and happy Alice, but same time she's quite sensitive about what she's done and by doing Alice's rehearsal every day, again and again, I found my own Alice character.
The Red Queen has a fire within her. And that's slowly burning away, and then at a tip of an iceberg or just the slightest little not quite perfect moment, she will flip and sometimes struggles to rein it in with the mood and the temper.
Generally, my go-to for like a really heavily involved kind of character is having like a backstory and a motivation and an intention, I guess. But with Hatta, he is just bonkers. Like there's no reality, I think, in his mind. Like there's nothing that's really solid. For me to be able just to really just do anything, it's right, because the more absurd you are, the better it kind of the balance, like the juxtaposition is.
I think this ballet is not about the technique; it's about the story. And that's what you need to focus on. I think once you start focusing on the technique, then it becomes really such a hard ballet, because the technique itself is actually really hard. But if you just think of being the story and telling the story, expressing how you feel, it doesn't become the hard step. It's just part of the story now. So it really helps, yeah.
Chris described it at one point as 2 Broadway shows hidden inside a ballet. I mean, just in terms of the sheer logistical effort needed to get those sets up and changed and off again, and it's just huge.
I wanted to make a ballet that would be inviting particularly to new audiences. So the idea really was to make a family ballet that parents would feel comfortable bringing their kids to, but would also kind of get a real kick out of. It kind of feels like you're at the ballet, or you're at the ballet, but you kind of don't feel like you're at the ballet. You feel more like you're at a musical in a way, and I love that.